Hello, my name is Arthur Chadbourne. I'm a fourth-generation astrologer. I'd like to review this video for a couple of reasons. One, its completely fallacious statements are rather annoying, and the idea of telling people how and what and who they are by being a sign is completely wrong. First of all, signs are useless. They're absolutely meaningless unless associated with the ruling planet that belongs to the sign. So here we have some statements that are just going to be open statements about nothing. And we have to remember that every sign has a ruler, and that ruler created the sign. And thereby each sign has at least 36 different values to it. And they don't take the time to mention any of the values, except here and there we'll hear a few things about what's going on. We're going to see two people discuss their personal views on astrology, and he's going to be dressed in his cute little kimono and be drinking whiskey and tea and just being as cute can be, with a K, of course, and giving us all kinds of wrong information. They're going to cuss at us. They're going to tell us things that are wrong, and then they're going to tell us that they're right and we're wrong for listening to them. Well, I can agree for that, because listening to this is really one of those things that are just absolutely appalling as far as the annals of astrology is concerned. I think that this video is a complete disservice, and although they've pulled a lot of plays from it, I don't know why.
Hello, and welcome
So here they are,
to Rank King
giving us their talk,
Astrology.
and
I'm your Rank
giving
King,
us a whole approach to
Eugene.
who they're
Please
going
welcome my special Rank Priestess, Allison.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to start right
Around
off
me.
with where we are. We're going to start with
The first sign in the astrological wheel, the hard-headed ram himself, Aries.
The baby. The baby of the zodiac.
They do represent the age 0 of like infancy to 7, so they are literal children. Aries are very bad at concealing their feelings, which
This is not true. And first of all, children I agree with, but not babies. First of all, Aries sometimes can act like a 10-year-old, throw a tantrum or get mad at something. But they are very, very good at keeping their feelings from exposing themselves to others, making others so others won't think they're weak. So the process here of being able to be an Aries without exposing their feelings is a sense of strength to them.
is good in some ways.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I know many dishonest Aries.
No. They can just be reactionary.
They can be little fucking bitches.
This again, effing bitches. Why is that important to be yelling and cursing about a sign? It's demeaning. It's something that tells me that he or she, or maybe both, have had encounters with Aries that were not positive.
Naturally, Aries actually has a pure, stereotypically masculine energy.
Each sign, it's in an element. So we're talking about fire signs right now, and there's 3 signs in each element. So Aries is the cardinal of fire.
Yes, and cardinal is one of the qualities of sign, which you have cardinal, mutable, and fixed. The different combos you can have between 4 different elements and 3 different qualities makes 12 signs total.
Math.
So Aries is the cardinal fire.
This is a good point. It's one of the only good points I think we're going to hear in this entire talk. The presentation itself is, they're trying to be cute, and they're trying to be somewhat shocking, while they drink their whiskey and look cute in tea and kimonos. But the idea here is that they're giving us a little bit of information based on a little bit of truth. Apparently, they read a few good comic books on astrology.
Yes.
Otherwise, for me, known as a spark. The thing is that sparks are sparks. They go hot and then they kind of die out.
That's something that I do like about Aries. Even if they get super riled up, they can cool down fast and just get back to work. So they don't really hold grudges, which is something that I like.
Yeah, they're
Actually, they do hold grudges, and they can hold grudges for many, many years. It's like a lot of the football teams that hold grudges against teams that won against them for several seasons. They remember it, and you come back, hopefully, with a vengeance and with the idea of the contest in mind to take it and win it and grab the prize. This is what Aries is about.
very like go.
Yes.
I feel like in bed, Aries might finish too quickly.
I don't know why this is an important point. It's demeaning. It does not say very good things about any Aries, regardless of that fact that they're good in bed. Why would we care? This is a bit of information I don't think we really should have heard.
I'm just saying.
That sounds about right.
They come into a room like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah, here I am, explosions. Where would you put Aries currently in your ranking, High Priestess?
Listen, I'm not trying to offend any Aries that I personally know, but in
High Priestess, I love that part. Anyway, you notice the words were operative word, I personally know. This is where this whole thing is coming from. Who they personally have encountered. Apparently they met a few Aries whose Mars was a bit better placed than their Mars, and in the contest of whatever they were doing between themselves and Aries, Aries must have won.
general, I rank Aries pretty low.
Whoa, you're already throwing the first sign towards the end?
Yeah, I'm right. You're wrong. Shut the fuck up.
This, to me, is the most demeaning part of the whole thing. I'm right and you're wrong. Tells us that they're wrong. And to take this stand and tell us who they are and then tell us to shut the F up. There's another term here. Why is this important? To tell us how right they are, how wrong we are, and also to curse at us. This is not conducive to any kind of professionalism that I've ever run across.
Yeah! Astrology, bitches!
There it is again. So here we have cussing, drinking, having a great time on their own ideas of what their egos are all about. Apparently, they have had some really rough times with Aries.
Okay, let's get out of Aries territory.
Yeah. We gotta get out of this house. Ooh, this house is on fire. Taurus.
Taurus.
To the second sign of the zodiac.
So we're a little older now.
The bull.
We're teens.
7 to 14. It's like pre-teenage.
Oh, we're tweens.
And inversely from Aries, they represent the pure feminine form, stereotypically. They are the fixed earth sign, which is, in my mind, represented by a garden.
If they're really
Okay, a garden is many things to many people. But to him, I'm pretty sure that a garden here is something that's just to look at and leisurely stroll through, maybe pick a flower.
like feeling excited about something, they get the job done, they're workaholics, they're really productive.
I feel like Tauruses overall have more of a relaxed way, a lived-in way in which they move and speak.
If they were a tea, they'd be chamomile.
I think it's a good statement. If they were tea, they'd be chamomile, because they are quiet. They're cool, calm, collected, and most of them have that demeanor about them. So they're never agitated, or at least you don't see that agitation. And so the process of being a Taurus here is rather, they're rather compliant.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because they calm you down.
I guarantee you, I think a lot of people out there have a close Taurus in their lives.
Yeah.
I do think, though, that Tauruses sometimes can be just on this side of boring.
It's
just
true.
a little
You
bit.
forget about them.
They're not.
See the boring part. Well, yeah, they're not out there like Aries, Leos, or Sages, or they're not football players. They can be, but they're basically slow to go, slow to do, get things done, plod along, don't be in a hurry, and this is the whole process. So that's their quality, and that's their wonderful nature, is to be able to do things in a slow, positive direction. They take their time and they win.
The sharpest in the tool shed. Like, they're great, I like hanging out with them, but I wouldn't they wouldn't be getting a Nobel Prize anytime soon. I'm not saying Tauruses are the dumbest sign, but there is a reason they're represented by a bull, which is essentially a cow. Cows are not very, very smart. Do you put Taurus above?
Here again, a demeaning characterization of somebody who was born under the sign of Taurus. They're not very smart. I happen to know quite a few Taurus people who have achieved a lot of their goals in life, slow and steady, but they got the goals, they achieved them, and they are in places where a lot of people who are more or less inclined to go for a goal in a quick, steady, or slow, steady manner haven't reached them yet. So here we see this positive quality. Dumb is the worst thing I think you can tell anything about it, anybody, but to call a Taurus dumb, I think, is totally, again, demeaning. These people are very demeaning.
Above or below Aries?
I put Taurus above.
We just called Aries all babies, and Taurus is really dumb, so.
See, babies and dumb. This, again, slamming the sign, people who are born under these signs. Why people are looking at it with a general sense of humor, well, good for them. But I think this whole video is made to be something to be viewed like after a dinner party or something.
I think we're on a great roll. You don't want your on.
I don't think they're on a great roll.
Auntie's horoscope.
That's over. It's
That's over
2019.
with.
It's canceled.
Oh my God, this whiskey.
All right, see here we oh my God, this whiskey. But they're talking, this is not your auntie's horoscopes. Actually, it is. All the cliches they have used so far have been written in the past 70 years. All the books on astrology use the same cliches. It's like whoever wrote the first one, the next guy reads it and says the same thing. And these are no different. Again, the comic book mentality starts to show itself while the whiskey takes effect.
Whiskey is hitting hard. Now, there are certain signs, regardless if you're into astrology, that have reputations outside of the cosmic universe.
Yeah, oh, it's polarizing. And let me just start off by saying Kanye West, Trump. Two very prominent Geminis.
I'll add two more. Keith Habersberger.
Oh.
Ned Fulmer.
Ooh.
Oh shit, right at the bottom.
Again, personal points, personal ideas, personal attacks.
No, listen, I actually like Geminis.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, they get a lot of the stereotypes around Gemini is that they're two-faced, which is such a
That's stupid.
kindergarten way to say
That's
something
your auntie's
dumb.
horoscope.
Honestly, I think Geminis aren't two-faced, they're like multi-faced.
It should be multifaceted because two-faced and multi-faced tells us that, you know, they're quick to lie or quick to cheat or quick to steal. And that may be true in some cases if Virgo and Gemini had Mercury placed in different signs or places that suggest that. This, again, is, a demeaning approach to somebody who might be born under that sign. I find it disturbing.
They're very good at talking a lot of games sometimes without the follow-through.
Yes.
Geminis can see things quickly and succinctly. And for the most part, when you talk to a Gemini, they can hear you and wrap up the entire conversation before you even finish it. They're very good at this. Follow up, if they see the solution, you will get a follow-up answer for that solution.
A lot of chatting shit up. But they are repped by the teenagers. They're like 14 to 21, which makes total sense.
Oh, socially, they're the best.
Love partying with a Gemini.
Social butterfly.
Emotional maturity is sometimes dicey because if you think about it, like teenagers, a lot of emotion, but they don't quite know exactly where to direct it.
First of all, Gemini does know where to direct it. Gemini is a very strong sign mentally, and unless it's placed in the sign of, let's say, Cancer or so, the emotions may play a part, but I don't think they'd be misdirected. They learn fast, and because Geminis learn so fast, they cover and learn to cover the problems that they have encountered and to turn them into more positive solutions.
Mutable.
So it's a
So that makes
changing
sense.
air,
That
like
makes a lot of sense.
electricity.
Yes.
Morphing air, they're buzz. Fantastic friends. Terrible lovers.
Yeah.
Once again, terrible lovers. So here we have this sexual thing that these two people have about the signs. Why they're giving us information we don't really need is beyond me, except to them, well, if it's not sex, it's not good.
I like them around me. I just don't want to date them.
So you're gonna put them above the other two right now.
I am.
Cancer is water and cardinal. It's like a river, like a stream. So Cancer represents the age group of like 21 to 28. That's kind of like the post-teenage marrying age.
Quarter-life crisis, existential.
Yeah, so you're either getting married or all your friends are getting married. And I feel like that can translate either way. Like they can either be very like in touch with other people's feelings and their own, or they can just be like really manipulative.
They can.
One good point followed by a bad point. The idea of them being really in touch is more true than manipulative. Manipulative belongs to other planets, and they do it well. The process here, telling us that Cancer can be manipulative, they're going to tell us they're moody and all these other negative qualities. It seems to be that these people have not met too many people that have positive qualities.
Be moody. They're stressed out about something. They'll take it out on other people.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. If the moon's placed in a situation where it'll do that, yes. But generally, Cancers will keep it in their shell, so to speak. They'll hide and they'll not tell anybody what's going on. They may be quiet, but I don't know if you want to call quiet moody.
When it's really just poor time management.
And most Cancers I know, the emotional aspect isn't that they cry often, it's that they know how to fake cry.
Crocodile tears, as that's called, maybe. Again, it depends where the moon's going to be placed, if that would be a truism or not. See, this is just a general statement. And it's telling you that they're manipulative and they'll cry to get their way and make sure that you don't get yours. Again, a demeaning slam on a person that they don't even know.
There's a big difference.
Well, I think also Cancer represents Mother Earth.
Yeah.
It's where we come from. It's who we are. It's in us.
Yeah, it's not a sexuality, it's a sensuality.
Yeah.
Again, we're back to the sex and senses of what's going on with these two. There seems to be the main drive here is that how to slam somebody down and how good are they in bed.
Feel sensuality for on Cancer.
Yes.
They'd be good for like a snog and a cuddle. If any sign is a lot like their symbol, I say Cancers are quite crabby. So Cancers can be this gentle.
Again, using the picture of the crab, crabby. Again, associating things that were written back in 1920, 1930s, stating something about that. Crabby meaning probably angry about things and takes it out on other people, not friendly, not observant to other people's cares or needs, and just basically demeaning. So here they are again throwing us a shot at how to be demeaning to somebody they've never even met or don't even know the rest of the zodiac signs or how they interlock or interrelate with the sign Cancer.
Adorable crab eating a cherry, or then you can look at them with their big ass pinchers chasing some like poor bird down the beach and then eating it with its weird like mouth mandibles.
Again, here we go with all the horrible qualities a crab has. I've never thought that they had weird mandibles at all, but I've met a few crabs myself, so I'm wondering, what this really is, what the underlying process is,
All the ocean creatures that exist. You don't really remember the crab when you're looking at a dolphin. You got a dolphin. Who's gonna look at the fucking crab?
Again, we have to cuss, drink a little tea with our whiskey in it, and look cute in a kimono. This is the whole thing here. Is again, it's a production that says, let's do this after dinner.
I'm gonna put Cancer above Aries, behind Taurus.
We have arrived to none other than Leo. The lion. They are the fixed fire sign.
They're so fixed.
It is a sun. And that's what Leos think about themselves. Leos make sure they're not forgettable.
Leos aren't forgettable. They have to make sure. They're natural-born leaders. They're actors. They're people who can side up with any kind of an emotional or physical response that's called upon. And so out of the circumstances, you do remember Leos for that very reason. They're cheering, they're charming and cheerful, and they bring on a very positive vibe. They don't have to make sure they're going to do something, but let's see where they go with this.
What drives them in life.
Every Leo you know who says they're Leo says it with the most like smug smirk.
Smug smirks. I know a lot of Leos are completely humble. Know how to do their job, they do it well, and they let that job well done speak for itself. No smirk necessary.
They love being a Leo. So good in bed, so attractive, so funny, life of the party.
So good in bed. Here we are again. So everything they're basing this whole system on basically is how good are you in bed. So if you're not good in bed, apparently your sign sucks. And this is where it's going at. Or if you treated them in a way of which they ended up the loser, your sign sucks. All of these things are telling us that the personal approach to astrology is all they're using, has nothing to do about real astrology. Again, this is an appalling video.
Because of that, have a certain amount of, here's the keyword, entitlement. We have one in the Try Guys.
I'm not surprised because Leos are in the entertainment industry always.
Yeah.
They're super funny, they're spontaneous, you just like have a good time with them. But then they'll take you to a party and then leave you to be.
This is partially true. It depends if they want to work the room or not. So if you go on a date with a Leo and they're going to go to a business that the Leo happens to be in, they're going to work the room. I got news for you. Every sign would do that if they're in the room or at a party to meet people to further their career. This is just a natural state of being. To put that onus on only a Leo, I think is quite unfair. Although a Leo is more apt to do it because they're going to go to parties, more apt to pursue a career.
In the center and like be like, whoa, 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 look at me, look at me,
Literally
look at me.
the sun. My mom's a Leo. She probably was fucking shitty as a kid. But
I have nothing to say about that. I cannot believe that somebody would actually make that comment, but there it was, you heard it.
now she's a brilliant, charming, charismatic, star quality, blessed woman.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I have a feeling that he's living with her then, if that's the case, because if he doesn't say it, gonna be thrown out soon. Let's see where they place this Leo now.
Put them above Cancer,
But below
everyone else.
Taurus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leos are gonna be very mad in the audience because they know that they thought they would be number one. That's just a
Oh,
Leo
they always
attitude.
think
they
they're
always
number
think
one.
they're number one.
Not truly. I know a lot of humble Leos. Again, they let their work speak for themselves. They don't sit there and say, I'm a Leo. I'm proud of being a Leo because, you know, my hair looks good, my makeup's perfect. I've never heard too many of that. I've heard show-offs in every sign do things according to their planetary placement. But this is not only a Leo thing.
Well, guess what, Leo?
I'm right. You're wrong.
Shut up.
Here it is again. Drinking our tea and whiskey. I'm right, you're wrong. This is a ploy, and that ploy just simply tells us that I don't think they really know what they're talking about. So apparently what they did was, again, read a few comic books, learned a few things, and shared that with others and said, you know what we should do? We should do a video and get drunk. And so this is exactly what they're doing. Doing a video and telling us all about the worst of any sign with very demeaning characterizations. I have not heard anything good about any of these signs that they had to say yet. So I'm really surprised that this thing has had as many strong hits as it has.
California